Welcome back. By now you have explored career options that align with your strengths and values, and you have validated the market demand using AI tools and real-world data. That's a huge step forward. Now it's time to take things a little deeper. In this lesson, we'll focus on making a decision. Not a rushed one, not a perfect one, but an intentional choice that feels right and resonates with who you are and where you want to go. Choosing a career path can feel overwhelming, especially when several options seem equally exciting or equally uncertain. The key here is to approach this next step strategically while staying connected to what truly matters to you. And the good news, you don't have to rely on gut instinct alone. We are going to use AI to help you compare your top career paths side by side, weigh the trade-offs, and predict how each one might unfold over time. By the end of this lesson, you'll have more clarity around which path makes the most sense for you, not just on paper, but in your life. Let's begin by comparing your career paths head to head. Open ChatGPT and type this prompt. I've shortlisted the following career options. Then list your top choices. Can you help me compare them in terms of job satisfaction, salary growth potential, required skills, and long-term industry stability? Here's an example of a response by ChatGPT comparing 4 career paths: Program Manager, Product Manager, Operations Manager, and Business Analyst. As you can see, ChatGPT gives a clear table for each category, which makes it super easy to scan and understand the differences. This kind of structured, well-organized response can save you hours of research. Whether you're exploring new careers or preparing for a transition, it lays out the key info in a way that's both detailed and practical. You'll also notice that ChatGPT doesn't just give generic answers, it adds real-world context like salary ranges, typical career paths, and where each role fits in the bigger picture. Also, a quick reminder, ChatGPT might not always give the response in the same structure as shown here, but the content is what matters. Take your time reading through the results. Notice which roles stand out, and not just because of numbers. Pay attention to the patterns. Is one role consistently stronger in areas that matter most to you? You can also go one layer deeper by asking, which of these careers would likely give me the highest sense of fulfillment based on work-life balance, creativity, impact, and job security? Here's a look at how ChatGPT compares the same 4 career paths we explored earlier based on fulfillment factors like work-life balance, creativity, and impact. What's especially helpful is that the AI moves beyond surface-level descriptions and actually gives you lifestyle context, helping you find a career path that not only pays well, but feels right for your life. You might be surprised by what comes up. Now let's talk about trade-offs. Every career has them. One role might offer a high salary, but demand long hours. Another may offer creativity and purpose, but require a longer path to financial stability. Neither is better. It's about what you value most right now. To clarify your thoughts, we're going to build a simple decision matrix using AI. Open ChatGPT again and type. I'm trying to decide between career A and career B. Can you create a decision matrix evaluating factors such as work-life balance, salary potential, industry demand, fulfillment, and required skills? Here's an example of a decision matrix ChatGPT created for comparing business analyst and product manager. It breaks things down across salary, demand fulfillment, and skills, making it easy to weigh the trade-offs at a glance. Instead of getting lost in scattered pros and cons, this gives you clarity in a clear, structured way. Read through the categories and rankings. Which career feels more aligned when you see it laid out like this? If you'd like to go further, you can adjust the matrix manually by ranking each factor based on what matters most to you. This step isn't about finding a perfect answer. It's about seeing your options more clearly so you can move forward with intention. Next, let's look at long-term satisfaction. A role might feel right now, but what about in 5 or 10 years from today? Open ChatGPT again and ask, what does a typical 5-year and 10-year career progression look like for a chosen role? Let's look at ChatGPT's breakdown of a typical 5 and 10-year growth path for a business analyst. It maps out what roles you might move into next, the kind of skills you'll need, and how your responsibilities evolve. You can really see how this career can grow into strategic or leadership roles over time. This will help you visualize whether the path includes meaningful growth or if it might lead to a plateau. You can also ask, What are the biggest challenges professionals face in this career path and how can I prepare for them? Here's an example of ChatGPT's response for a business analyst. What's great is that this doesn't just list problems, it gives you practical, proactive strategies so you can move forward with confidence. Knowing what might come up ahead of time will help you make smarter choices and avoid surprises. Now let's address something important: doubt. It's completely normal to feel unsure even when everything on paper looks right. So let's check in with some deeper questions. Ask yourself, would I still enjoy this career if the salary were lower than expected? Does this career align with my personal mission and values? Can I see myself growing and evolving in this industry over the next 5 to 10 years? If the answer is yes to most of those, you are likely on the right path. If not, that's okay too, you're not stuck. Revisit your decision matrix, your AI insights, and give yourself space to re-evaluate. Now it's time to document what you've learned. Open your life reflecting journal and update the career alignment section. Write down the career you're currently committing to or leaning toward. Then note down why it resonates with you, what trade-offs you're accepting, and what your long-term vision looks like for that path. You've explored your identity, mapped it to real-world roles, validated market demand, and now you've compared your top options with intention and care. That's more than most people ever do when choosing a career. And if you're still feeling a little uncertain, that's completely okay. This process isn't about pressure, it's about clarity. You're not looking yourself in, you're choosing a direction, and from here you'll be able to move forward with confidence. In the next lesson, we'll bring it all together by aligning your chosen path with broader market realities, making sure your choice is not only purposeful, but practical and sustainable in the long run. I see you in the next lesson.